everybody, Martika here with Martika J Makes, and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about scrap fabric, you guys. I'm talking about those pieces of fabric that you have laying around that you wanted to save after you made something else that you know you can do something with, but you don't quite have enough to make a full garment with. So let's talk about that a little bit. But before we get into it, you guys, I have to give a shout out to my girl for these earrings. Let me get up close. Look at the beauty of those earrings, you guys. These earrings were made by a friend of mine. Her name is Richelle, and she is the owner of Deja Nicole Designs. And her jewelry is absolutely amazing. They all come from her heart, her head, and she just puts her hands to work. So if you get a chance, check her out on Instagram at Deja Nicole Designs, and I will, you can see her name right down here. So let's go ahead and get started. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and do so now, because you're definitely going to enjoy this ride. So let's talk about getting rid of some scrap fabric that you have laying around. Now, you can always do headbands. You can always do scarves. You can even do those like shorter scarves that you can tie around the handle of your purses. Make those really, really cute. Kind of upgrade your purse, make it look really fashionable. You can just do so many things with just those small pieces, but we're talking about the pieces that's like 2 yards or under. Pieces that you can only do so much with. There are pieces that I might have a fourth of the fabric left. I'm not just throwing that away, you guys. And if you are like me and you kind of have fabric from everywhere, some fabric, you know, you might not have paid a lot for, but some you've paid a lot for. So you don't want to just be throwing that fabric in the trash. You want to kind of use up some of that. So I have a few patterns that I'm going to share with you that will give you some ideas of what you can do with those pieces, you know, when you can kind of bring them together. If you just bring together the pieces that you have. So as we know, we can always do shorts. Okay, shorts is something that's very easy to do with scrap fabric. It usually calls for about 1.5 yards of fabric or so, up to a couple of yards, you know, if just depending on the sizing. But literally usually about 1.5 yards to 1.25 yards. I mean 1 3/4 yards. So although I have plenty of patterns that have, you know, the version for shorts on it, I recently picked up this one from McCalls, and it's McCalls 8221, and I like these shorts. They're really, really simple. I can't remember if I showed you guys these before. I might have. I have so many patterns, I can't remember them all, but I like these shorts right here. As a matter of fact, I think I did show you. But this is something that I will be making here really soon, because I need shorts in my collection, in my closet. So I'm probably going to lengthen them a little bit for my taste. You can lengthen them or shorten them however you want to do. I don't necessarily want them as long as these shorts right now, but I do want them just a touch longer than these shorts because it hits her just right. But in order for it to hit me in, you know, a comfortable area, I'm gonna have to add a little length to it. And so those are things that you have to decide for yourself. But yeah, shorts are always something you can make. You also have this version where you can put some ruffle on the bottom of it, or you can just do like the walking Bermuda type shorts version. So that is one. And then another one that I picked up, you can also do some really, really cute tops with just a little bit of fabric. Of course, you can do tank tops. One of the tops that I am looking at doing with some scrap fabric that I have is the Ogden cami, and I don't have like a physical pattern for it, so you can see it up here. And if you go to Instagram, you can see that I can't even tell you how many people have made this cami. So take a look at it. It is very cute, and that's something else that I will be putting together. I'll have several Ogden camis in my closet. This one here, McCalls 8217. Very, very cute top. And I like that, you know, it meets the waist. You know, you could wear this with some really cute shorts or some jeans or a cute flared skirt, even a straight skirt. But this is just something that don't call for a lot of material. Also, you can make this longer version if you want it like a bandeau kind of top, or bandeau, however you say it. You could do that, a halter, should I say. You can do something like that, but you can kind of do any of these versions. All of them call for like for instance, this top only called for 1 yard of fabric, this one right here. If you did want to do this, it only calls, and that's for most of the sizes, it only calls for like 3/4 to less than 1 yard of fabric for that one. So yeah, that's just another idea of what you can do. Some more tops that I have been picking up are tops that calls for, and you don't have to do this with different fabrics, but this is a way that you can kind of mix and match your prints and solids of fabrics that you have in your stash. When you're mixing and matching, I would definitely advise you to make sure that it's of the same type of fabric. Like I wouldn't put a knit with a crepe or anything like that, like a knit with a rayon or something like that, because it's gonna be all off. So make sure that your fabrics, you know, are of the same type, but you can put different prints together easily. In this New Look 6374, I saw that version there, and it can easily allow you to do that in 2 different type of prints. And when you look at the back, that is view B. When you look at the back at the line drawing, it's pretty much the same in the back, to where you have that tail of it in a different print. So that is one you can easily do. If you just wanted to use one, you could make just basically, this is what this is with the tail cut off. You could do that shorter version of that top if you wanted to. So that's an idea. Then I have this McCalls 7600 that gives you kind of the same feel, you guys. And this is actually for knits. I didn't even realize this when I was in the store, because I was just reading over it this morning, actually, before recording this, and I realized this is knit. This is perfect for me because I sew with a lot of knit. So this is going to be a winner. I like this version. You could also do like the tank version with 2 different fabrics. You could mess around with that version, put one print there, and then maybe do your line detail in another print. I don't know. You could do so many things with this. And if you turn it around and look at the line drawings, you see that it calls for like different prints to really make these tops unique on the back too. So that's an idea for you. Another one that does a lot of the same thing is Simplicity 8052, and that is this pattern right here, where you have you know, like a shorter plain version. You know, if you just have a little bit of fabric you want to just do something with, you can also do this 2-tone. This is the front and this is the back, and you have like your printed on the side, your solid in the middle, or you could do vice versa. And then you have your flowing top in the back. This is like a tunic top. I love tunic tops. So yeah, that was one that definitely caught my eye. And if you look here, you see that you have a version of it with the short sleeves, and I like that too. Something very, very simple to put together. And you guys, these are, when you're making things like these, that one is view C, and so, or you can do view D. And when you're making these things, you know, it's only calling for like 1 7/8 of a yard of one piece, and maybe about the same of another. Or you could, you know, narrow it down and kind of mix it and match it, see how much fabric you have, and just play around with that and do what you want. Now, to get out of the tops and get into something else, I have a couple of dress patterns that I thought was great for some scrap fabric. And this one is McCalls 7943. And I was looking at that version there. I always look at like the shorter version because we're talking about scrap fabric, okay? But if you wanted to play around with this, you know, and do maybe, I don't know, different 3 different types of fabric or something. You know, you could try and figure that out. But you also have this version here where you have clearly 2 different types of fabric there. So just know you don't always have to go out, check your stash first. That's what I have personally gotten into the habit of doing, is checking just to see what I have in my stash, because I may be able to put something together that will make something really cute. Just think about this dress, you guys. Put either of these with like some really cute wedges, or some covering that up, or some sandals, or tennis shoes. You know how I am. So I always throw a tennis shoe in there. You know, if you're doing a lot of walking like I do, like when I'm going somewhere, if you're out shopping, believe me, you're gonna want to have you some tennis shoes in the background to throw on in case your feet start hurting from trying to be cute. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. This one I really like because it's a longer version and it just gives you another idea. And this one right here, this is McCalls 8065. This is where I was talking about doing those 3 pieces of fabric. You could do some color blocking with this one. 4th of July is coming up, red, white, and blue, you know, or do that the opposite way. Put your favorite colors together, you know, look at that color wheel and just kind of play around with it. You could just do so many things. I'm thinking of like maybe like a purple, green, and an orange, you know, just something really unique. Do something with like some yellows and pinks, and oh gosh, there's a lot of ideas. Now, the fabric that this one calls for, and I'm gonna get into the fabric on this one, is basically cotton blends, crepes, gingham, and charmeuse. But if you're very careful and you don't have a really stretchy snapback knit, I can see making this in a knit to where it's like, you know, flowy and really easy to put together, something that's not gonna stretch on you a lot while you're sewing it and even when you put it on. So yeah, you could do a lot with that. And then you of course have some shorter versions, but you in the line drawing, you also have like view C. View C is actually, it doesn't show you 2 different fabrics, but if you look, you have a split in the base of it here. So you could color block and make that a different print or pattern, print or a solid or whatever. Do 2 different solids, or a solid and a print, or, you know, any way you want to do it. So that just gives you an idea of the ways you can go with this pattern. And then last but not least, you guys, you can always make kids clothes. If you don't have any kids running around, you could make clothes for, make some doll clothes, you know, just do make some I don't know, decor for your kitchen. That's when you can start looking into the decor patterns and things like that. Pillows, you can never go wrong with a little accent pillow for your bedroom or your living room or something. But I have a little grandson and I've kind of started picking up patterns for him. And this is just one of them that I picked up, and I love this. I love this so much. I have seen Talisha with Creativity by T make this. Check out her channel because she makes some of the cutest little boy clothes. And I picked up this pattern because these little shorts, you can never have enough little shorts for little boys. This little button down top, you could do these little pants. You guys, it doesn't call for anything. As a matter of fact, none of these really call for more than like a yard and an eighth. So I'm gonna say an eighth. My little grandson is so little, he probably won't even use a half of a yard, okay, for a shirt and some shorts. So though, that's something else that you can do with the patterns. And then I have a little niece who sometimes I'll dibble and dabble and, you know, make something for a little girl with scrap fabric that I have over, or it may just be some fabric in the clearance section that you picked up because you thought it was pretty, but you really can't figure out anything to make for yourself. So I picked up a couple of patterns for her, and I can actually do a couple of things out of this. I can make her, this is Simplicity, I'm sorry, and the little boy's pattern was 9194. I'm just running my mouth and didn't tell you. It's 9194. That is the pattern number for that. So this one is Simplicity 1786. And you can make some skirts. You can make some cute little vests. How cute is that vest with that little faux fur, you guys? Just several different things. You could use like fleece for the winter months and things like that, because fleece come in so many different little prints. But how cute is that pattern, you guys? So that's something I'm definitely doing with some scrap pieces, and us giving those and surprising her with some of those. And then another one that I picked up to make some little girl things is 8807. And this little skirt is what caught my eye with this one, you guys. It's just a basic skirt, and yes, I probably could have made it from the other pattern, but hey, it was a pattern sale, I bought it. I also like this little swinging cardigan right here. You know, it reminds me of the adult version, you know, that we have of cardigans. Just some cute little clothes, also some little leggings, just so many different things that you can do, you know, with these little girls' patterns. So those are just a few patterns just to give you some ideas, get those creative juices flowing, and get you to going through those fabric scraps that you just have left over from some beautiful pieces that you made, and you just couldn't stand to just let the yard or fourth of a yard or half of a yard go, because you knew that you were going to do something with it. So I hope that this has helped you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or questions, please put them below. I will answer questions to the best of my ability, and I will talk to you again really soon in the next video. Have a great one, you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.